As we take our seats, we're going to go ahead and get started with today's ceremony, or today's event. Thank you all for attending and for coming out to support those that we're going to recognize for our Employee of the Month for the month of February of 2017, as well as several employees that have recognized a anniversary in being a member of the city's team during the month of February. Each month we meet together, and I mentioned, and we start off with our Employee of the Month. The Employee of the Month is nominated by you, the employees. Your nominations come in and they're reviewed by a panel that was elected by you. So in essence, we recognize one employee that's been chosen by your peers to serve as our Employee of the Month, and this month followed suit with that. I will say that as far as the nominations coming in at this point, and this month was kind of an exception, we have been very public safety intensive. So the police department's doing their thing and we're getting nominations from them. The fire department's doing their thing, and last month we recognized the firefighters our Employee of the Month. All other areas we could probably use some more nominations. So I'll talk more about that in just a little bit. We're going to start with our Employee of the Month, and the Employee of the Month, I say this every month, it's that all-star, it's that person that either serves as a mentor that really makes life easier for us. They show us the way, they're looked positively upon by their team members or members of other teams if it's departments that work together. They carry the load, they're the first to jump in, you don't have to ask them to do so. And by and large, they make us look good to our constituents, which is the public. And this month is no different. The February 2017 Employee of the Month began his career with the City of Pensacola on August 6th of 2012 as Cargo Operator Superintendent, and he continues to serve in that capacity today as a member of the Port of Pensacola team. Here was what was written in the nomination for this employee. In late January, early February, the Port had a staff member leave unexpectedly for an out-of-state personal emergency leave that lasted 2 to 3 weeks. Shep stepped up to an expanded leadership role when he continued to manage the work of Port Operations team under his normal duties as Port Operations Supervisor, but also in managing the Port Maintenance team in the other manager's absence. Under Shep's leadership, both units are running smoothly and continue to deliver quality service to the Port's customers. Shep is a stellar city employee. He always puts the Port, its tenants, and customers first, and is always willing to take on additional duties and responsibilities when needed. And it's for these reasons we're going to recognize Mr. Thomas Shepard, or Shep Coggin, as February 2017 Employee of the Month. So Shep, if you'll come forward, please.
Shep, listen, man, you're doing a great job. I mean,
thank you.
I see your boss, Amy, she stands up for you. She doesn't stand up for the mayor, so I know you're doing a really good job, all right? You got your family here. I see you got your father-in-law, you got Miss Janet,
Yeah.
you got Carly, you got your wife, beautiful wife.
Yeah.
But the great thing about Shep, everybody, if you don't know him up close and personal, he's always smiling, and that puts you in a good mood. So, Shep, thanks for what you do for all of us. I really appreciate it, all right?
Appreciate it.
And you look good in that orange.
I know, don't I?
How many of you got out there? 4, and
I
then
know,
me, we
look
got
at
split
that.
this like 5 ways, I think.
All right,
Thank
Shep.
you.
Here, I'll hold this.
One more? Gotcha.
You want to give a speech since you got your father?
Yeah, I do. I want to say I couldn't do this without you guys. I mean, y'all are amazing. The city is amazing. The Port is an unbelievable place to work. All my bosses are great, especially this one. So
You must have watched the Oscars last
Fantastic. Well, congratulations, Shep. And from a turnout standpoint, I see a lot of the Port staff that are here. So I mean, nearly all of them are here. So that's a great turnout. Several other employees were nominated, and just like I do every month, if I was nominated, I'd want to know if an employee took the time to write something nice about me. This month, we had several for our employee nomination committee to choose from that include Henry Priggen with Sanitation Services and Fleet Management, Barbara McWayne with Financial Services Department, Pat Bradley with Pensacola Police Department, Laura Major with Pensacola Police Department, Jennifer Rogers with Pensacola Police Department. You guys see a theme here? Police Department's submitting, right? And then Trudy Nichols with Financial Services Department. So let's have a round of applause, and if you're here, I know Trudy's here. I guess you don't have to stand up, Trudy, but we know who you are. So good job. Good job to all those that were nominated. I do appreciate those that continue to submit nominations, and if you'll continue to send those in, again, it doesn't have to be for somebody that's in your department. So especially if you're a financial services person and you're working with people in different departments, if they're making your life easier, if they've come up with a great idea to make life easier for all the rest of us, we need to take a few minutes and just let those people know that we do appreciate the contributions that they make to our team. We're going to move forward with recognizing those that celebrated a milestone anniversary during the month of February of being a member of the city's team. We're going to start off with those that celebrated their one-year anniversary during the month of February. And so when I call your name, please come forward for your one-year certificate. And the first is Mr. Edwin Mosley, the Port of Pensacola.
Thanks, Ed. We appreciate it very much. Has been working.
Gotcha.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right. Next is Mr. Mark Baker, Jr., of Parks and Recreation.
I knew you were here. Thanks. Go on, Miss.
Man, look impressed.
Tim, I see you still have your Mardi Gras shirt on. We like it.
Absolutely. I was going to say, Tim, or Mark's been able to make his one-year anniversary despite the input from Tim and the roommates. And next, Mr. Michael Osborne with Pensacola, with Technology Resource and Financial Services Department.
Michael had a good weekend, too.
All right, and then lastly, we have Mr. Gregory Warren with Public Works Department. Mr. Warren.
Greg said he had a big weekend at the parade, too.
Yes, I did. I had Bill Berkeley to take care of me.
Thank you, Greg. Appreciate it very much.
All right.
Awesome. Congratulations to you all. We're going to move on to the next group, and we have one employee who is celebrating her 10-year anniversary. And so when we call your name, please come forward to get your 10-year service pin, and that's Vicki Wheeler with Financial Services Department.
You don't think so? Cool.
I did.
Look at that. That's our Oscar.
One more. Thank you.
Congratulations.
All right, so that's, of those that are present, at least I think that's all those that we had to recognize. There are several that I'd like for us to have a round of applause for that confirmed that they wouldn't be able to attend today, and I'll just go through the list. Michael Jabowski with the Police Department, Jamie Brierton. Michael had 5 years of service this month. Jamie Brierton, 20 years of service with the Police Department. He works nights, I think, doesn't he, Captain? So, Stephen Grogan Jr., 1 year with the Police Department. DeJuan Palmer Jr., 5 years with the Police Department. I think he's on military leave. And then Joshua Gray, 1 year with the Public Works Department. In addition to those, we had one retiree, and it's Miss Betty Allen, who's retiring from the clerk's office, the city clerk's office, as the clerk administrative assistant with 16 years of service. So let's have a round of applause for all of those individuals. All right, so each time we have one of these events, I continue to ask for your nominations. I did so earlier. As I mentioned, our public safety departments, both police and fire, seem to be doing a good job of recognizing their own. Several nominations have been made for members of the Financial Services Department, so they're doing a good job. But I know that each and every one of us, we're doing great things, and it takes just a few minutes to make those nominations and let that person know that's making that impression on you, or making life easier, or showing you a better way, or just enlightening you on something. It takes just a few minutes to write something up and send it to us for consideration by the Nomination Review Committee, and I'm sure they would appreciate your time. And so with that, Mayor, if you have anything else to say?
I want to thank Ed and the HR department, but I want to thank all the family members that came out here to support all the great employees. So who's here that doesn't work here? Just two, wow. Wow. Well, how was everyone's weekend, most importantly? Was that weather sick or what? Amazing? Amazing? Are any of y'all tired besides Tim Land? Amy, we heard about you already. I got the report. Well, I just want to say thanks for what you do every single day, because there was a lot of people in town this weekend from out of town, people that have from here that came to visit, obviously during Mardi Gras. But I had so many compliments for just the team. I mean, from the police department, from the fire department, Greg, from the folks, taking care of barricades. But as our city grows, and we've been growing, thankfully, the last 6 years, so many people are just, high on Pensacola and everything that you're doing, because you guys are what keeps the city going. I know you hear me talk about it every single month, but truthfully, I get so much input all the time, no matter if it's somebody worried about a tree line with a new fire station. Whatever it may be, it's a small town, so you get a lot of information, obviously. But I just want to say thank you for what you do, because we have an incredible city and we're on an incredible trajectory. So continue the great work. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. So continue to raise your own expectations and think big. And again, any ideas that you have that I shared with you last month, please send them to Eric, send them to me. If there's things that you think that we can do in the city to improve, the lifestyle for all of our citizens and the people that are paying the freight. So again, thank you for what you do and continue the great work. I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
All right, well, thanks again to all of you for coming out and supporting those that were being recognized. If you were recognized today, please come up front so we can take a picture, a group photo of everyone that was recognized. And for everyone else, thank you for coming out. Thank you.